Okay, this is going to be a mess today. I'll tell you why. First of all, I cleaned everything up. If you go to the top right-hand corner, 441. Not bad considering maritime and air were closed for the day. The one accidentally snuck a maritime into one of the rail packages. It was a manual mistake, so I'm not worried about that. That means everything else I've done has turned out perfect. So what have we done? Last time, if you weren't here, we went ahead and set up the gauntlet here. Right, pair of gauntlets, along with the quad buffers for each side here. Everything's working. These are temporary. That's the reject chute. I'm just launching stuff out of the way so I can test. Same thing here. This just launches it out of the way. This one stamps it, launches it out of the way. This one stamps it, launches it out of the way. Those are going to get connected soon. Hopefully by the end of this episode, but we don't know. Over here, so what I have ready to go is going to be pre-outlets for each one. Actually, 6 if you count the pre-approvals. So this one comes through the quad buffer here, and it comes out here. This is the lane that has to go into one of the gauntlets, right? Yep. Over here, we'll ignore that one for a minute. Same thing here, goes through the quad buffer, comes out. This is the lane that goes into the gauntlet. Now, I'm using a lot of bridges, but not on the main input line. Putting them on the main input line is suicide, right? That's going to make everything slow down. So the bridge that you see here, like this is the pre-approval, and actually this is the reject bridge. So they're all going to go over that way and out that way somewhere. I'm going to rearrange that over there. And then on the third one, as much as I tried, I didn't want to put this bridge here. I had no choice. So this is the main line coming off of there. I don't think it'll slow things down too much. This will come out here. This will have its own gauntlet. So the way I'm going to lay these gauntlets out, probably horizontal this way, or however you want to look at it. Yeah, this way. This one will come out and probably have another one right here somewhere. And then this one come out, probably make a right turn and have one here. That leaves this whole area here for the storage devices that I made. Now, I kept this up. I could have taken this down, but I kept this up just so I can have an example of what I did before, because that's what these storage devices are going to look like. So, hey, welcome back, my friends, my little Boom Maniacs. This is Parcel Simulator. I'm your pal Veedo. Whew, that was a whole lot in 2 minutes there. So let's get going. The pre-approval lanes I have to account for because they're going to have to jump over some stuff. So this comes out, this is the pre-approval for both of these, middle and side, and it comes out here. So I'm going to have to bridge somewhere or launch them or something. And then we have a pre-approval lane here that I have not finished building yet. It's going to probably curve here and then bridge over this way and then somehow make it through the gauntlet. I don't know. I'm going to set the gauntlets up first and then we'll see how it goes. The other thing is I don't have any of the scanners for the gauntlets, I don't think. So I'm going to have to go and buy fresh scanners. I don't see any anywhere. And, you know, looking at the money, does it matter? No. $1.4 million. Yeah, I'm not too worried about it. I know, that's a scanner right there, but that's a sticker scanner. I might use it later. So let's go ahead and order all the scanners that we need. We're at the sticker checker. We need 3 of those. Can I fit 21 items in the truck? Apparently I can. Yeah, so let's go ahead and set these up, and then we'll run a day, and then we will set up the storage facilities, the prototypes, as I like to call them, the device, the big device. And we'll see how that works out. And then after that, it's just fine-tuning, right? Trying to get my PB, which right now is like 780 something in one day. And that was with all the slowdowns on this side. We fixed this side, I believe. As I mentioned in the last episode, probably the only thing I might need to tweak is add a second set of sticker scanners. But that's going to mean I need to rip out a lot of crap here, but we'll see. I do have a little bit of buffer zone to work with right here. You can see this area is clear. So I can probably rearrange some stuff and fit a couple of extra scanners in there. So we'll see. We're not going to use that chute over there, so I'm not worried about it. The only one I have to keep a straight lane for is right here. That's maritime. And then I also have to have room for 3 of those. One for rail, air, maritime, because they close. They can close. Road cargo never closes, so he's just going to all head down here and ba-boom into the road cargo chute. So here we go. Woo! Yeah. What a mess. All right, so what do we got here? We got cargo type, serial number, and I'm not setting these up like this. This is just so I know which ones I have available to me. Serial number is going to be on the other one. Woohoo! Stamp. Country. How many is that? 4. There's a 1 down there. That's 5. Content is 6. Right? We need one more. Okay. So that is the first gauntlet. Matter of fact, let's just put them together so that we know we have them. This is going to work out, I promise. Don't worry. Looks like Veedo's making a mess right now, but we don't need those open right now. Alright, so that's the set for that one. This obviously goes to the other side. I wish I could put them all side by side like this, but it just does not work out. And it seems like I'm missing one, doesn't it? Yeah, I'm missing something. What did I do wrong? How did that happen? You saw me order all of them, right? And there's... Wait a minute. And there's only 3... Okay, 3 of those. I know I ordered those, but... What's missing over here? Country, weight, serial number, cargo type. Stamp is missing. Did I do stamp somewhere else? You know, I hate when stuff like this happens. For no reason, one of the packages didn't get picked up. Probably sitting in the truck. That's going to annoy me if it is. Okay, they ripped me off. There should have been another box. Okay. Which one was it? Stamp? That's kind of annoying. I mean, luckily this isn't beginning game for me where 1,500 bucks would have made a difference. I mean, I only spent 30 grand right there, I think. Still annoying. How did that happen? Yeah, put in the comments if you saw something there that I didn't see, like where that other scanner went. Did I accidentally launch it somewhere? I mean, what is that all about? That's a sticker scanner. Don't worry about that one. Okay, so we have our 3 gauntlets. Not set up yet, obviously. Okay, so I didn't put 2 stamps on one, did I? No, that is odd. Okay, so they ripped me off on there. All right, so we're going to use the example I did over there. So we're going to start out with weight. And now I have to be cognizant of where the reject stuff goes. So let's assume we're going to do rejects along the outside. If we do that, then that means this is all going to go that way. All right, so which one is this one? Country. Yeah, if I flow all the rejects down this way, that makes sense. I'm trying to make it more efficient. If you weren't with me last time, I found a way to put multiple ones back to back instead of just one of them. And it makes it a little bit more efficient. Yeah, and I see it coming up there. It's going to be a problem. That right there is going to be a problem. Can I move this down one? Nope. What do we have left? Just the prohibited contents. Okay, so that maybe might not be a problem then. We can send him down this way. We'll put his scanner... What am I doing wrong? Let's hook this one around the side of it. Right, so the reject lane is still flowing that way, so we're going to put this... Yeah, that's better. Okay, so that's our first gauntlet. Like I said, a little bit shorter than it used to be, and I could make it even shorter. I could curl this into a U right here. I don't want to do that, though. Let's put it that way. We'll finish the conveyor belts here in a second. First thing I want to do is set up the second gauntlet, which takes care of this. Is that going to work? I have to keep track of that. That's a bridge that has to come this way, therefore that cannot be that way. Let's box these up, get them out of the way. Now that we know everything we have is there. How many squares does this take up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I can move him down one. So that will assist me in allowing that bridge to happen here and curve out. Okay, makes sense. That'll come out, this will come down, no. This will come in here. Rejects will go out that way and down the center. The valid comes out here and he's going to curve in. Okay. Maybe a solid back end with the reject being on this side. Ooh, I got it right. Beautiful. And the next one has to be serial number. Success, in, success, in, success, in, success. And then he has to come around here to the content scanner. Oh, there it is! Did you see that? What a piece of garbage. Okay. So now, he will come out into there. We have room. This is a problem. So what I should do is take this one out, curve this. What is that? Oh, geez. Yeah. That's the air launcher. Oh. Should I put the second gauntlet down here and mirror it like I did the other one? Yeah, I'm thinking that's probably the only way this is going to work. That'll free up this whole front end so that I don't have to worry about where things are going. Because serial number is next here, and it has to be like that, right? Oh, that's back to back. No. Okay, so that can't be there. That can't be there. That can't be there. So, I think what I did over there was said that. Maybe that. No, we have. He's just in line. And invalid comes up front. This is the problem, right? Let's see. Is that how I did it? No, I did it like... How is that possible, though? Because there's 2 spaces in between that one and that one. Got it. Got it. That leaves me the ability to bring the air launcher over that way. That makes more sense, I think. The valids are all on the outside here. That? Is that how I did it over there? I don't know. Now I'm confused. Now this is going to be not possible because of this. I guess I could take this out, bring him up one more. No, because he has to be right here. I could go there, curve around, but that's going to be in the way of that. Okay, well, let me set up the conveyor belts and we'll see where everything goes. Where'd my Kirby's go? Okay, looking for joiners. Okay, look at that. We have most of 2 gauntlets. The only thing I don't have is the second prohibited content scanner. So I need to figure out the logic here. Because the way I have it right now, that's going to be in the way. Okay, These bridges are a real pain in the butt right now. So what I'm thinking is that can be a regular joiner. I don't need that, but I use that same format. That means he has to be right here. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, problem, right? Yeah. Because the scanner has to go right here. Unless I shift him into a joiner here and we free up this lane, and this becomes that. Since nothing's on the inside there, where is my scanner? Right. Right. So, use a multi-joiner right here. Yeah. Maybe. Maybe I have it figured out, folks. There. I need a curve, a joiner, and a multi-joiner. Let's go looking around. I don't have any more multi-joiners, but I do have regular joiners out here somewhere. Okay, so I still need a multi-joiner. I don't know if this is going to work. Okay, what was this curve for? I don't know. That's there. That belongs there. So now he comes in here. This might be a bottleneck. I don't know. Let's get our multi-joiner in here. I think I've completed the first gauntlet, right? So what I might do here is pause, fast forward, whatever. Set up the other 2 gauntlets, now that you see what I'm doing. And then come back, we'll do a test run. And then set it up for the final episode, which will be tweaking things out, right? Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, this gauntlet is complete. Now, the question is, what did I do here? Let's get another curve there. Bring a couple curves over because I'm going to need them. I don't know how this is going to work. Oh yeah, especially since... Okay, so this has to be the entrance to the launch... to the air launcher. Do I have enough room to do that? No, I don't. Because he's going to come out. This is going to be a main line to the approval stamper. Oh. Can I reroute this? Okay, so this is the pre-approval line. Can I shift this back this way? Nope. How about if I launched them? That might be my only choice here. I might have to pull these 2 curves out, make this, put a launcher right here, and launch them that way and have a landing pad. Jeez. I have nothing to test with. That's the problem right now. Alright, so let's assume that's what I'm gonna do. Where's my launcher? Yes. It's a level 1 launcher. It's not gonna launch very far, so we're gonna... Yeah. Right there. We're gonna box those two up. This can be a regular joiner when I decide to change it. So that launcher is gonna launch that way. It's gotta be at least a level 2, alright? So he's gonna launch down here, so I need a landing pad. Oh boy, this could get ugly. This could get real ugly. Alright, so, Ballad has another curvy, right? There. Need a joiner there. This is the reject line. He's gonna have to bridge over our air. Okay, that's fine. Working it out, people. Working it out. This is gonna work, I think. That's not necessary. So I'm just setting this up so that I know where everything is. Okay, problem number 1. Or number 2, number 10,000. This right here has to come out and go this way. This is what? This will be packages that have made it through the gauntlet. Oh! The only thing I could possibly do is turn that into a curve, too. Oh boy. I've made this a mess. Right, because that has to be a joiner. Okay, so that's that one. Need another joiner. Okay. Wow, that's just unfortunate that it's right there. So we're gonna have to curve this in, curve it around. He'll have to bridge over. Let's see. So, what did I just say? Curve. And I can't put him straight where the bridge starts, so he has to curve under the bridge and join up with him. Yeah, and then they'll head out to a smart cargo diverter where they'll head into their racks. Alright? Okay, I think I've got the logic figured out. So, let's see, we need a couple more curves. Let's go get those first. And then we'll run through a dry run here. Yeah, not such a dry run, maybe a wet run. That sounded wrong. We're going to run through that and see where I've gone wrong, right? Because I think I've screwed something up somewhere. So that's going to be a bridge. Right, the bridge starts here, goes over to this way. So that airline one's going to have to take a weird route. I have no choice. So this is going to come in here. Alright, one more straight. Asking how did I know that was a straight? I had no idea, I guess. We need another joiner. And then we will be ready to test this beast out. And see where Veedo went wrong. Don't want to make any odds. The Veedo got this right the first time through. Yeah, it could have happened. Let's see. There. And I need a straight. Crank. Okay. This gauntlet is finished. The only thing it's going to do right now is just going to stack up. It's going to back up really quickly. Let's get a bridge. I need it. Yeah. Gotta have the bridge. Did you see the bridge? Where's that confounded bridge? You know. I shouldn't have to tell you what that came from. Alright. Boom. What did I buy that was new today? Scanners, right? Avoid a problem right off the bat. Those are new. The bridge is new. I already fixed that. The multi-joiner was new. Any other multi-joiners? Do you remember? Blue? No? Okay. Let's see. What we didn't fix was this right here. So this is going to be bridged and turning that way. Ooh. This is going to get ugly. Yep, but it's got to be done. All right, let's go ahead and start the next day. Stick with me, folks. I'm afraid. I'm scared. Boom, next day. Spent all that money, still netted 13 grand. You gotta love it. Okay, here is the moment of truth. Now again, I'm not looking for number of parcels submitted successfully today. I'm not even looking to see everything to get through. This is all going to back up at some point, right? And we're going to have stuff launching everywhere where I don't want it, but it's okay. But what I want to see is that this gauntlet follows my logic, right? So let's get started. So, okay. Show me the money. Now this side does have double scanners on each to start out, the sticker scanners, right? So this side moves very quickly. You should see not really many backups until, yeah, we get to the parts that I have not finished yet. Like that launcher, I have no idea where it's going to launch it to. Oh, it cleared it. Nice. Nice, okay. We're not going to back up as much as I thought right there. We're going to back up way over there. It's going to get bad. But what I'm really interested in right now is my gauntlet logic. You'll see them come out. Yeah, the first ones to come down the gauntlet are coming. I mean, moving smoothly, right? It's that one, goes that one. Everything's looking good so far. Oh, you know what's going to happen? That is going to launch onto this. Oh, no. Yeah, I just realized. Whoopsie. Boom. Oh, it missed it. Okay, just bounced off. Yeah, that's not good. Okay, so they're heading down that way. He's going to flip off the end of the bridge. Nice. Nice. We're probably going to have some duplication down there as things make it their way back onto the conveyor belt. It's okay, though. I'm just trying to prove functionality at this point. It looks like everything's working. You know what I did? Wait a minute. You know what Veedo did. You realize it, right? Where? Wait a minute. Yeah. I made this second gauntlet. There's no input to it. So this is the gauntlet for the other one already. Yeah, I didn't put an input, so I gotta bring that input down to here. Okay, mistake. Mistake. I was too worried about the other stuff going on. So that right there is the input for this gauntlet. So it's gonna come down here, it's gonna feed into that, and go through, and then this is gonna be a horrible mess. You know, one of the worst interstate interchanges you've ever seen. Right, so... That's done already? What's happening over here? Oh, yeah, okay, so... Yeah. Why did this fail? Stupid little things like that, you know? It has nothing to do with my design. It has everything to do with the game just being buggy sometimes. That's going to be a problem. But that's not the functionality of this. This is just to get this stuff working. I think it's working, alright? I think I've got the logic figured out. Alright, so I'm going to work on bringing this. This is the main line coming in. I'm going to bring this over to here, feed it into the second gauntlet, and then they'll come down through here. And then I have to work out the logic of, oh, I don't have anything being stamped. Yeah, I got to do that too. Oh boy. So I got to work out the logic of how to get, like, the air launcher. So it's going to have to come out to here. There's going to be a second bridge here. Right, and the air launch will come from that way. This will go probably bridge over that way. Yeah. Okay. So we've got some stuff to do. Folks, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Stay tuned. Another episode coming really quickly. We're going to make this into something. I know it's a mess right now, but it's a work in progress. And we're getting there, right? Ooh, remember, laughing is living. I just want to cry when I see all these boxes. Whoop, you know it.